This video is sponsored by the Stamp Play Rail store. If you are looking for those sought-after play rails and TOMY models at the mint condition at the right price, then you better stop by at the Stamp Play Rail store today. They sell a whole range of different play rail, from custom motor swap models to even custom 3-packs of your favorite episodes. Stop by the Stamp Play Rail store today. Use the code THEThomaskid for 10% off your first purchase. With that being said, let's get into today's video. Hello everybody. It is the Thomas Kid back at it again with another video, or in this case a review, on a particular item that I figured would be something worthy of doing a review on. And that is the play rail, or in this case, TOMY Thomas. This was the most latest one. Like if you went to Japan right now and bought one, this is brand new. I have opened it. I tried to film a video, didn't really like how it came out, so I figured I'd reshoot it where I review it just as if I never opened it, but I did open it. It unfortunately ripped it, and I'm not too happy about that. Regardless, there's a bit of a story why I have this. I actually ordered this from eBay, I would say about a month ago, I would say like about a month ago, maybe less than that. And it's because, if you know me, I love play rail, or TOMY in this case. So, my apologies for taking too long to even make a video of said play rail. But I figured I would do a kind of returning to TOMY, because TOMY is overall a really great range, and I figured I'd bring it back just train by train, which unfortunately Streamliner was supposed to be the first video, but it looks like Thomas himself will be it. But anywho, off the rails there. So the reason why I bought this is because, well, if you follow me on my Instagram, you would know I already have one, which has now been turned into a custom, but I digress. So the reason why I really bought this is just because my old one was just beaten to hell. I mean, it was my favorite Thomas. It was before the Motor Road and Rail Thomas, which is now my favorite TOMY of all time. Which I will compare some box art in boxes to this said box, because this is a Japanese box, and not every day do I have one. That's enough yapping about why I bought it. Here's the back of the box. If you know Japanese, and you probably read that better than I can. But it's pretty much the instructions on how to change the battery, which I find kind of interesting that they reused what appears to be the original play rail, the 2014 one. You can tell by the face shape. And then over here it's a CGI Thomas, which I do have a Thomas to kind of compare it to that I bought from Stamp like back last year, I would say. That my niece got into. Enough yapping about the box, just Google it, pictures of the box, so it's not rare anyway. Let's just get into this. So, like I said, I bought this from eBay. $30, let's see if $30 is worth it. So this is like, if you were to go out in Japan and buy one sort of thing. Me being the nerd that I am, I bought, a lot of TOMYs over the years, especially over the past year or so. Here they all are. I have a lot to talk about Thomas himself, so we'll save him for last. And before anyone asks, he is loaded with batteries, or a battery. So we'll start with the coaches, Annie Clarabel. Now, nice to have them again, to be honest. But on my old pair, this was up to the very top. When this time around, it is not. I don't know if they updated that at some point. Oh, this reminds me of the Gauge 1 models that I worked on, or have been working on, knowing that Thomas has been done. And then, as far as I can remember, there's nothing different. Maybe this is not so glossy. But other than that, I mean, it's pretty much identical to my old pair, which now have original faces. The stickers are, put on pretty damn good. really crisp, really straight this time around. I remember Tomy's usually always had it crooked a little bit, but no, these are pretty straight this time around. I just love how they put the shock face on her. As for Clarabel, same thing. The stickers are no longer over the top, which it's hard to explain. There's like a ridge on the top, and it usually goes up to it, so it doesn't like come off and stuff. But just like Annie, pretty much identical. Oh, there's an air bubble there. I just pressed down on it and it went flat. Interesting. Again, the stickers are on really straight. I don't remember that except for here. This is a little crooked and a little bit aimed downwards. Fine. Very little nitpicks. I'm just such a big fan that they used the old tooling, the original one from back in the 90s and stuff. Or in this case, specifically the 2002 model, because it's still copyrighted as 2002. It's so satisfying to go. Oh, man. Why do I love Thomas? And another thing that I just realized is they actually made the coupler a little different. I don't know, to me it looks like this end is a little skinnier than before. But, I don't know, we'll compare it to the rear coupling. I know they changed it, so now it's no longer a curve later down the line. Now it's more of a curve, and then straight down, and then curve. I don't know if anybody ever noticed that. I sure the hell did know that. But yeah, overall, they're just coaches, Annie and Clarabel. Nothing really special. They're still a really good rendition of the characters. So I'm kind of happy that they didn't update them, like, body-wise. I mean, I do wish they were a little longer, just like real Annie and Clarabel, but hey, we're dreaming. This is a kid's toy. Now, for the man himself, this is where I'm going to talk a lot about, because I'm going to bring something a little. You're going to see why I'm bringing this up now. I grew up with a certain era. I'm going to get a lot of people excited. I grew up in an era of this, where you get a single engine and a couple of pieces of track. This is a sealed 2005 model, as an example. I do have a 2004 one in the box. I just grabbed the random like TOMY Thomas I had. So keep in mind, this is what we had. All right. And then also, I should have compared it to the Playrail box, but here's the gen engine. Okay, here's the gen engine. This is what it was like back in 2005. Okay, came in a big box like this. This is what 3-packs usually typically looked like. Other than, of course, just like the Playrail box, which I do not have a box of like a character in the box sort of thing like that, but you get what I mean. So I grew up in an era of those, and Thomas looked like this. No, before anyone asks, I did not open one. He's right here, and the other one's in my room. So this is what I grew up with, and this is classified to me as my favorite TOMY rendition of Thomas ever. They're nice and strong. They're not gonna fail on you, sort of thing. These things last a long time. But obviously, different countries were different versions. And notice how he looks. He looks relatively normal, right? Looks kind of dandy. And in 2003, they started implementing this version of Thomas, which this is what I got from Stamp, by the way, about a year ago. But he's a little beaten up. Bear with me. He's a little bit beaten up because my niece kept getting into him somehow. Gotta love your niece. But notice how he pretty much looks like this one. Just obviously different colors, different plastic maybe over time, because I know Playrail did up their quality over time, and stuff like that. Okay, see how he looks? Particularly side angle? Well, shockingly, you know, CGI, they only changed the face and the front sticker. I did order another one of these, which I might do a video on it. But then all of a sudden in 2024, some point in October, maybe September, October, we were greeted to this. Now I know a lot of people are not going to notice this. They're going to be like, well, Jared, this is the modern Clarabel Thomas. There is nothing new. It's the same tooling. Well, so the fuck I thought. Until looking at the Railway Series Thomas model, which if you don't know, that just released like just at the tail end of last week. On the 14th instead of the 15th, which that was a W. I will be doing a video on it. Probably will be my next Clarabel video. So, after looking at Railway Series Thomas, I was looking at actual photographs of the actual toy. And that's where it pawned on me. And it was around the time when this was opened. I'm like, okay. I see literally no difference compared to the CGI one, other than, of course, like the color differences. It's Railway Series accurate in the type of way it's. I don't want to say too much because I want to make a video on it. So, but let's just say it's pretty accurate to what it's trying to be. Well, I looked at this and I'm like, hold on a minute. I'm just gonna pan the Clarabel Thomas that I have as well. I should have brought the Wing Thomas, but that one's a slight custom. But I don't know if you could see it if I put them side by side. Do you see it? I see it. Especially when you go towards the front, you don't see it, but when you go on the sides, it's where it really kind of falls apart. I just realized this one has a lot of seam lines. But anywho, no, they updated the running board. The running board is brand new. They updated it. I don't know if it was because of the Railway Series Thomas or what, but they updated it. Hip irons here shown to not be as prominent like this. As you can see, they have a little bit of black on this one. Well, it's not like the classic Thomas, but you do have the classic Thomas from 03 where it had the sticker details with the white running board. From the Thomas at Timmy Yard said that I bought for $10, sold to me as broken, but wasn't broken. Alright, I'm gonna stop. But no, they made it so it's just up to the top, and on the front you can see that it's gray. Another thing is the eyebrows this time around do not bleed on the side. My old ones did, where it would actually go around it when it's only the tops of it this time. Which I kind of like it that way, because then it looks like eyebrows sort of thing. I don't know, that's just me. This is where it really starts. These are the final little picks where I was like, okay, they updated it. You see that? Yeah. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna take the lid on. They are no longer curved. If I just take this one, the lid off. See how that's curved? It's no longer curved on this one here. It is now square. And better painted too. I still find it relatively interesting that they chose to update such an old tooling like that. Oh, and another thing. If we just pan over to here, right, on the side, if I can just control my... I'm on a power bank, so bear with me. I didn't charge my phone. This area is no longer curved. If I grab... I'm just going to grab this one, because I'm sick of reaching over to my shoulder. See how it's curved on this area here? Well, now it's just straight, like the model series. So, I don't know if that's because of the Railway Series Thomas or what. The front end looks normal. It looks... Oh no, even the front end. The curve even looks a little different. Really, really interesting how things change over time. And... Oh, I almost panned it over. I was going to do it last, but even the lamp got updated. Here's the old lamp. This was also prominent on the CGI Thomas when it first came out. This is it now. And I like it like this. I think that's a lot better. So props to TOMY for that one. However, it all shits to bed when you flip them over. Keep in mind, this boy was released in 2018. We are getting this treatment on it. Gone is the logo. Now we got copyright TOMY, made in Thailand. I wonder if that's to eliminate confusion. I wonder if Percy's like that. Makes me just want to buy one to see. And it still does, however, have the 2002 on it. Just like on the motor, road, and rail in the old play rails. But yet again, the logo is gone on the bottom. So now it's like a flat. And the screws are different too. Looks like they updated the screws, unless that's just my version, but I even updated the screws yet again. Just some minor adjustments. Here's a real question though. Is this still glued? I'm just curious, because I know I've had Clarabel come in and these were not glued. Yes, they are still glued. I'm telling you, I'm finding more and more details about these trains each and every day. But yeah, this is pretty much what we're getting now. I know people are gonna assassinate me when I say this. I'm not a big fan of printed detail. I'm sorry, I'm not. It never really was. I mean, it's cool. However, as you can tell, on this one, because my niece, or even me, I played with this once in a while, but not like too rough or anything. This is a prime example why I don't like it. It's because they scratch off over time. This side looks fine. So I'm not gonna play with it too much. It actually feels very smooth to the touch. I wonder if they changed that too. But still, I'm more into this. I'm more into the stickers. I'm sorry to you play rail fans that absolutely probably hate what I just said, but it's all an opinion. I'm not saying it should be, but I just preferred that it was stickered. I could probably just buy some TOMY stickers online on Amazon, because I know Amazon sells them. But at the same time, it was made for this one, because the blue's different. But overall, that's pretty much all there is to say about the Clarabel Thomas, other than it runs really great. And he is pretty strong. So, do I think this was worth $30? Yeah, I wouldn't want to pay any more than $40. Any more than $40, I think is pushing it. Maybe even $35. This is still a in-production toy, clearly, because this is updated. This whole running board's a new tooling. Or at least updated tooling. But yeah, I think this was worth $30. I paid $30 flat for this. It was like free shipping or whatever. I know you're gonna freaking kill me if I say this. I'm actually really considering on buying another one, just to keep a box, just in case, for my TOMY shelf. But that's just me. Don't know if I'll ever do that, because I mean, when I wanted to buy a new one, I was literally crunching my teeth. I definitely personally recommend you guys pick up this pack. This is a great pack. If you are just wanting to get started in a play rail, this is the Thomas to go for. Well, with that being said, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.